Okay, so we are recording, and I just wanted to touch base. I was just telling Heather about Success Club points. Since Jen, you hopped on, I wanted to tell you too. So Success Club points are something that are generated. Hi, Luce. Luce is on.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Oh, I miss you so
Good. I can't believe I can make one of these.
I know. So I was just talking to the girls about Success Club and how it works, and Heather had asked in the thread if it's something that just rolls over or if you lose your Success Club points. So the question is, every month on the first of the month, all that you had accumulated in your Success Club points, you don't lose them. They get banked and you start all over again. So you have 1 year, like we're all working towards that trip. So we have 1 year to accumulate Success Club points. You get 2 Success Club points per challenge pack per new customer that you sign up. That also goes with coaches too. You get 1 point if someone just orders Shakeology Home Direct and doesn't buy a challenge pack, but let's say they want to do the shakes, but they don't want to do the workouts. I have a lot of people who are big time gym rats and they just don't, they love their gym. So they just purchase the Shakeology Home Direct and we work with them on their nutrition. They're still part of the challenge group, and you earn 1 Success Club point per challenger that is on Shakeology Home Direct. So that's how you earn Success Club points, is through signing up coaches, signing up challengers, and Shakeology Home Direct. And then each month you start all over again. So each month our goals are to hit Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. 10 just means you're growing your business a little bit faster and you get more points collectively for 10. So you earn 10 cruise dollars, because that's what we're working towards. So 10 cruise dollars for every 1 Success Club point for that month when you hit Success Club 10. When you hit Success Club 5, you earn $5 per 1 Success Club point that month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to take another question. So who had another question for me? Sharon, are you on? No, Sharon's not on? Okay. So I'm going to see if I can do a screen share because I want to walk you guys through the office. And let's just see if it'll let me. I've never done a screen share before, so I'm hoping that I don't mess it up. Tell me if you guys can see my office. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. So Heather, this is where you would look when we're just talking about Success Club qualifications. So I'm in my back office. So I'm right here. So you get to this page right here and you go to your business.
I don't see anything.
Oh, you don't see it.
Okay, go to my business and then.
So you go to your business page.
Yeah, I don't see you.
You know what? I'm also taping this too. So you guys are going to be able to go back and see it. So you will be able to see it. So you're going to go to your Success Club qualifications and you're going to click it. And when you click it, it'll show you if you've qualified for Success Club or not. The 90 PV, that is your personal volume points. And I don't know, Luce, maybe you can help me out here, because I always think that as long as you have Shakeology Home Direct coming out to you, that's all you need. Or if you have, I always thought if you just push somebody through, a new person through, you would get that 90 PV because it is personal volume. But I'm always been confused about that.
I know. I feel the same way too. I mean, I think, you know what? Aren't they just supposed to have 50 PV, if anything?
Right.
I mean, the 90, yeah, to be an active coach. That's right. The max, right? Right. If they're doing Shakeology, then they're automatically get the 90 PV. So.
Right. So that's why I don't understand. Because it says, oh, you know why though? I think because once you hit diamond, we have to have 90.
You're breaking up really bad. I don't know. I can't barely hear you.
It might be just because when we first started as just an active coach, I think it was 90 PD. Anyways, okay. So moving on though. So then Success Club 5, it'll show you how many months you've earned it, how many months you've done it consecutively, et cetera, et cetera. So this is where you would come to find out about your Success Club qualifications. Heather, I know you asked me about, or was it Katie had asked me about the lead qualification program. I think it was Katie. So the lead qualification program has changed since the prior months. You have to have been a Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 to earn the leads. So you would look here where it says, am I qualified to receive April leads? And if it says yes, that means you'll be receiving April leads. And then it says, am I on track to be earning leads in May? So Katie, for example, yours should say yes, because you're at Success Club 10. You're not, this coach's connection won't apply to you, but I believe that it will probably just have a dash through it for right now. You are at Emerald or higher. You have your before pictures. You have your business fee paid. You're at Success Club 5 and you're at Success Club 10. So this should all say yes to you, except for this coach connection, which should just have a dash through it. So how we did that again is we went to the business page. We went to the lead program qualifications. You click it and then this shows up. Okay? Everyone good so far?
Yes.
Okay. So we talk about training in this a lot in our groups. Like, where can we go to get training? Where can we go to, to learn all this stuff about our coaches? How do we learn to invite? So when you're looking through this upper bar of your office, guys, the bar of the office is basically everything that you need to know about the business. So in here is called news and training. So if you click down, this news is going to give you kind of like all the new latest things that Beachbody is offering, all the different programs, and like I'm sure there'll be information about size that's inside the news area. If you go to training and you click on training, they changed this even since Luce and I started this program. And it's a lot easier to use. I think it's a lot more fluid. Because when we first started, it was like all these links, and I'm like, what the heck is all this stuff? But now they have it much easier for you. So here's getting started. Like, what are as your new coach, what are you going to do these next few weeks? Like, how do you get yourself started? You're waiting for your kit, but you really want to start like understanding what it is to be a coach. You click on this here, learn more, and it'll give you lots of links and lots of information. Where it says you're a coach, this is the fundamentals of the strength of the program. It gives you basically the nuts and bolts of what this program is. It gives you the scripts that we talked about. It kind of gives you, the scripts are really like examples of what you can use and how you can invite people. And then we have here the Ruby and Emerald. And so many people are like, well, what does it mean to be Emerald and how do I get to Ruby? So this goes through, and what does the, how much do I earn, and how is it beneficial to me to be, why is it beneficial to become an Emerald or a Ruby coach? This goes through it. It gives you all the leadership skills, all the things that you need to do in order to grow your business to this level. And then so on and so forth. It goes to Diamond, 1-star Diamond, 2 and 4, and then so on and so forth. This leadership ladder is brand new, and it's actually in our home office, and I still, it's like one of those things that I need to look up on and read on, and I haven't. So, and I probably should do that. I know I see it changing in my office periodically, and I just haven't had a chance. So that's where your news and training is. It talked about the events. Events would be like Super Saturday, things like that. Events in your area, and then there's also the resource center. Want to go through sales and marketing. Inside the sales and marketing page, you have like, it tells you what a Beachbody challenge is, kind of like good invites for people. Some of you guys have been looking for some invites, like what are some things that I can use to say to people to invite them to the challenge group. This is a good tool for that. Product tools and kits. I'm going to go ahead and click on that because this is really important. This is going to give you information. Let's say you have a customer who wants to learn more about the ingredients and benefits of Shakeology. So you can click this and it's going to actually pull up. And I know a lot of you guys can't see my screen right now, but once I record this and I can post it in our group, so they will be able to see what I'm doing on my screen. And so will you. So in here, you see all the benefits of Shakeology and all the things that are in it. So you can literally cut and paste this, or you can download it. I've downloaded all this information in my hard drive, my computer. So when I need it, I can quickly pick it up. And what I've also done is I've emailed it to myself. So if I'm on the go and I'm not on not on my computer, I can go to my phone because I emailed it to my phone, and now my phone has it stored. So I can quickly just send it out from my phone.
It also comes in an image as well. So I've used it as an image as well and sent it that way.
And I think we have that image in our group too, don't we, Luce?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I use that quite a bit when I'm telling people about Shakeology because it really goes over all the benefits of it, kind of breaks it for them.
And so does the comparison chart. Like inside of here, it compares the other brands, like some of the other popular brands that you've heard of. So that's another really great, it actually just downloaded it to my computer. So I clicked it, but it'll download it to your computer so you have it. And then it talks about what to share. And this is really important because we do so much of the nuts and bolts of what we do is really Shakeology and wanting people to bring them to the Shakeology product and then bring them to our challenge group. This training here breaks down like what to say about Shakeology. It kind of helps you fight off all those people who are going to say, well, they just claim that to be true. How do we really know it's true? In here is really great documentation, and there's a great video library from actual Shakeology that you can cut and paste a lot of those YouTube videos into a private message. I would refrain. I know from myself in this business, you don't want to put too much of that stuff on your Facebook page where you say, hey, look, it's Shakeology. Come join my group. People don't want to know that. People want to know like about the groups. They want to know what's working for you. And you can, when you invite people, do it privately. I found that that's the best way is when you invite people privately and you send them the invitation and then maybe do a little YouTube clip like here's something about, here's more information about the meal replacement that we use. So all of this stuff, you guys, it talks about your marketing and social tools, like great, here's some samples of social media posts, sample of what to post to people. Don't cut and paste, but, take it and make it your own. Take the nuts and bolts of the conversation and change the wording around and make it sound like you, but use it as an outline so you don't stare at a blank piece of paper and say, okay, I have no idea what to say to these people. They want to know about the product. It'll really help you. So there's tons and tons and tons of information inside of
this. Can I interrupt real quick? Okay, so I watched a YouTube video recently talking about writing down the 5 things that encompass you, that separate you from every other coach.
Right.
Like for mine, it's fun, it's being silly, okay? So fun, family, faith, fitness. And they said, when you're thinking about posting, kind of go around those groups. So like if you're talking about Shakeology, sometimes I totally make it fun. Like my son, I'll use different examples of it, or faith about, doing something that you haven't seen the results in, but that it's good for your body or your heart or your mind or whatever. And you can incorporate it into those 4 or 5 things that encompass you as a coach and separate you from everybody else. So it doesn't have to always be like product driven, because people aren't going to buy because you're talking about Shakeology. They're going to buy because they're attracted to you and what's important to you and what's changed in your life and how you feel. And like that energy attracts so much more. So we can't always just push the product, because there's a million products out there that may be good, not as good as what we're doing, but you have to kind of lay it into your personal life, and that's going to speak to people. That's going to reach people. It's going to come, whatever convinces you is a bigger spread when you're posting about it.
Right. I totally agree. That's really, really great and very valuable information. And Luce is right on. Like, you want to make it about you. You want this to be personally related to you. I just know, like, a lot of my coaches come up to me and they're like, they don't have the information, like, even about the product itself. So yeah, definitely, like Lou said, you want to identify who you are and what you are in this business, and how so many people are going to come to you just because it's you. Like she said, they're going to want to know what you're doing because they care about you as a person. And then you have to build trust. And I can attest that to like a lot of different things. If you go somewhere and you're going to go, let's say for example, you're going to buy a car. Okay. You're not just going to go to some salesperson that you don't know. You ask around first, like, hey, do you know somebody who works at such and such lot? Because you want to get to know, like you want to trust the person that you're dealing with. Same with doctors. You may look for a referral before you go see a doctor. It's kind of the same thing. So you want to have the knowledge that you need. You want to do the training, because that's going to equip you. So when you do have those questions and you are sharing with people, that you're able to share knowledge, but also be able to share about your passion at the same time. So it comes out education, like you're speaking with the education that you need about the product when they ask you about it, but also that you're coming from a place in your heart that speaks passionately, and they're going to see that. So hopefully that helps. And thank you for Luce. That was good.
Oh, you're welcome. And I was talking to Audrey about this today. I was like, that's what's going to make you real to everybody else. Mm-hmm. It's something that they can connect to.
Right. Are you still there, Luce? Did we get a?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You okay. You cut out just for a second.
I cut out?
Yeah, just for a second. You were at what you said about Audrey.
Yeah, I was talking to Audrey today, and I was like, what it's doing for you is going to connect more with people than the actual, because I get so excited about like the ingredients and everything that's in there, and I'm like, oh, I used to look for this protein shake, and now I'm like, it's a one-stop shop, and I used to spend this much amount of money on spirulina, seed and chia seed, and now it's like people don't care about that.
Yeah,
they care about how it makes you feel and how it's changed your life. And so when you feel convicted about it, it becomes something that truly has transformed your mind, your spirit, your energy, and all of that. Like that's what they're going to be attracted to. That's the coolest part about this whole coaching thing, is that you don't have to make it look like anybody else. It's like, what has it done? You, and those are the people that you're going to attract.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they long about products and knowledge and everything else, and I don't think that's the key. I don't think that's warm and fuzzy, and people get it as much to when they're like, you know what, I was going through premenopause, why I was feeling down, I wasn't feeling like myself, I didn't have the energy, I started doing this, and oh my God, me again, like I feel amazing. Like that's what they're going to be attracted to. So it's what we're learning. And
do you guys name Shakeology specifically? Like, do you guys name it on your Facebook page? The word Shakeology?
No.
Sometimes it just depends, but you don't want to push that, because you want to push the benefits. It's always benefits over like
right.
And then you want people asking like, what is she doing?
Right.
What, or what is the thing? What is it that you can do at home? And you have this like whole group that's like a family and support, and like, I mean, you want people wondering, because that sparks the conversation and it gets you on an intimate level to be able to address their personal needs, rather than it just being some blanket like, oh, I'm selling Shakeology and I'm a coach and T25. And I mean, get on a more personal level to find out what is it that they, why did they contact you? And, that's why it's like, when people your link, I want to order. I
never do that.
Never try to do that, because you know what happens is they go on there, they look at the prices, and they look at all the other information on there, and they don't have the personal value to that. And then they get scared and they're like, oh my God, that's so expensive or whatever. Right. So I private message them, and then that's where you can start asking those questions, because everything that you ask them is going to give them a reason to get them into the right product. Like, okay, I don't have a lot of time. I'm not motivated. Okay, challenge. Motivated? Perfect for you. You don't have a lot of time? T25 is perfect for you. Like they're giving you all the reasons that you need to be able to recommend the right program, right nutritional program, or, support group that they need. So there's a lot of, and kind of leaving it a little mysterious, because
I was going to jump in and say too.
On that note, doesn't it make it seem kind of a little bit fishy if you're like, oh, well, private message me?
Well,
Sometimes to me, I feel like if I say that, it comes across as, well, why? That's kind of fishy. Why wouldn't you just say it here?
Too much detail. It's too much detail on the timeline. Like, you can be like, you know what? You can give a little, like, I will, a little bit of information. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. What it helps, happen is like, it removes toxins. It helps you be able to curb your appetite, blah, blah, blah. I'll give like a little bits of information of whatever they're asking about. And then I'll go, I'm going to private you more or I'm going to private you more details about this specific program, because it's almost it's daunting if you're going to be like right on your page.
Well, not only that, I was going to say, not only that, here's another thing too, is that if you do, let's say, for example, Heather, you post something about it on your page, you're also opening them up to like order, but not go to your page and order. They're like, oh, it's Beachbody, I'll just go to your page and order. Or maybe they ordered something in the past.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, I've ordered from Beachbody before, and they go and order, and then they're like, hey, but I ordered this product, can I join your group? And you're not going to see it on your page because they didn't use your direct link. So there's other Beachbody coaches too that might see that and be like, oh, well, hey, so-and-so, they'll see that so-and-so's corresponding with you, and they might jump in and say, hey, I'm starting a group next week, or whatever. So you want to just make it it's really about you and what you're doing and what you are feeling so excited about. And when they say, hey, what is it? Just answer them like Lou said. Give them a quick little, like, hey, I'd love to talk to you more about this. Let me send you a private message, because there's a lot of detail. Also, if you list all that detail, you might scare someone else away. So because everyone's goals and everyone's needs are so, so different. So when you have that conversation with them, you ask them questions like, what are your goals? The first conversation that you have with somebody is, hey, thanks so much for for reaching out to me on my Facebook page. I'm really excited that you're wanting to learn more about this program. Can you tell me a little bit about what are you going through right now? What are some of your, help me understand what you're going through so I can see if one of the programs that I have or that I've done is going to be right for you. What are your goals? Where are you at right now? And then let them talk. Open it up so you're having a conversation, a two-way conversation with that person. And then at some point in the conversation, you'll have that opportunity to share. You've got to build the relationship and the trust with that person first.
Yeah, I have noticed that too.
Go ahead.
Sorry, once that's established and they do want to sign, is that when you send them your website and kind of walk them through how to sign?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would make sure that you answer all their questions and make sure that you uncover their whole, everything that they're wanting to know about it first, and go over cost and everything else, and then go, is this something that you are interested in doing? And then I would send them your link. But make sure that you address all of those questions, because sending them to the website kind of just, it gets them lost in no man's land,
Right. And it becomes kind of like, you don't want them to ever think, because it's not, you don't ever want them to think that you just want them to buy something. You really you've got to attack it from a place of wanting to really, truly dig into these people, to anyone's heart, and find out what's going on. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 conversations. And then here's another thing too, and I know Luce does this, and this, because it always comes back, is let's say you have that conversation with somebody and they're like, yeah, it's just not the right time for me right now. Don't stop corresponding with that person. Still check in with that person, because you know what? It comes right back around. Sometimes their no means no, not right now. It just means I can't do it right now, or I'm not ready to commit to something right now. And when I tell you guys that, you post something on your wall and then you guys go all MIA, you lose your audience by continuously to post who you are and what's exciting you, what's motivating you, what is giving you such a completely different outlook on life. If it's the groups and the motivation that's in the groups, and you're sharing that, people are going to start to build that authenticity. So that's what I really love about it too.
And one thing too, I want to add is that, in that same realm, like when somebody's not ready to buy or whatever, and you kind of just give them that space, sometimes in my challenge group, there'll be somebody else that had similar goals, and they're meeting they're crushing their goals, right? They're losing that weight. They feel so good. So every once in a while, I will circle back around to that email and be like, hey, you know what? I was thinking about you, and I had another gal that was the same place that you were, and this is what she was struggling with. And I just, if you're not ready, it's okay, but I was thinking about you, and we're doing a new challenge group, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they're like, so ready. And then you being very consistent in posting, sometimes they'll even reach out to you before you reach out to them and go, okay, I've got the money, or I'm mentally ready to go. I'm done with whatever I've been dealing with. So consistency is key in every part of it. And if there's somebody in your challenge group that can give you something to be able to go back to that other person with, sharing that story or excitement about what they've been able to accomplish, and just go, hey, I was thinking about you because I've got another challenger that was right where you're at. And, whenever you're ready to go, I really want to be there to support you. And that's huge.
Yeah, it's invaluable, you guys. It really is. So what are some other questions? I know a couple of you guys were wanting to ask questions, and we were in the middle of this. Is there any other questions? Like, what can we help you with?
Rachel, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So today I had a person ask me about the program.
Okay.
And it turned out that she had already heard about the program through someone else.
Okay.
Prior to me.
Okay.
So I said, hey, that's cool. Why don't you follow up with them? Because obviously, that was her first contact with it. But I did kind of, for lack of a better way of saying, sell our group, meaning, we have you're a nutritionalist, and what our group does, because I had a feeling maybe that person's just pushing product and not necessarily offering. But this just happened like 5 minutes before this call. So I've never had that experience before. And I've always wondered, what if somebody says, oh, I already have a coach I'm working with, or like, well, I'm sure that's fairly common. What did I do that right? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, no, you did that right. I mean, if they already have a coach and they're working with them, they already have a challenge, they're already involved in a challenge group. I'm very respectful, and so is Luce. Like, you're gonna cross over a lot in this business. So when they're working with another coach, that means that coach's challenger. So they're already with somebody else. They already have their challenge groups with somebody else. The only person that I've ever had come into the challenge group that was not my coach, or was not with me or Luce or somebody on our team, was Gina. And that was only because her and I were really good friends throughout high school. So that's why that happened. But other than that, like, I wouldn't, you don't want to get yourself involved in that.
Right. She hasn't signed up or tried it or anything. So I thought I would just kind of leave it alone for a little and see if the person, like, follows up with her, or if she is interested and she does follow up with them. And then if they don't do anything with her and she hasn't signed up, then I'm like, okay with signing her up. Right.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question though. How did she tell you about being with the other coach? Did she say she was already connected to the other coach, or did she just say she heard about the same products and information?
She said, it's so funny because I know her from quite a few years back, and she said a friend of hers from quite a few years back, like grade school or something, someone she's known for a very long time, contacted or reached out to her, or it came up that about the program.
See, my response would be like, you know what? If you feel more connected to that person, you feel like they can really help you and guide you, then yeah, and that's great. They can help you. But I really think that it has to do with the connection, because I've had like cousins that were already connected with other people, and they were like, I'm not even in their challenge groups. I'm not motivated by them at all, but I've been seeing your posts, and then we end up doing the switch because they're more comfortable. I think people need to go with whoever they're comfortable with. And if they want, they already feel like that person's helped them to a point to start even thinking about it, then that's where they need to go. But ultimately, you're going to share your heart. You're going to share your struggles. You're going to share what you overcame, what you failed. They got to feel comfortable with their coach. And so, but I would just put it out that way, and you'll know whether that's you or them, and they got to go with whoever that person is, I believe,
Right. And you don't, and you know, it's hard. It's a really hard thing. Cause like I said, there will be times where you'll cross over. I'm going to grab something real quick. So grab another question. Does anyone else have a question for us?
I'll be done in a second.
I have a coach or a gal who last week contacted me and said that she was a coach and then she turned everything off, but now she wants to be in our challenge group. She's got the DVD. She's on Shakeology. And I went ahead and told her just to call the customer relations and, have her transferred over to me so that she could join our group. And I have heard crickets ever since then. And I don't know how much to follow up with her because I don't want her to feel pressured. I don't want her to feel poked too much. So what would your advice be?
Me personally, if they're with somebody else, I generally leave that alone. I don't like to mess with that. I would feel terrible if somebody tried to not take one of my coaches, but you know what I mean? It's a tough call. It's a tough situation. Like Luce said, if they feel more comfortable coming to you, then they'll come to you on their own. You just got to keep posting Heather, you just got to keep posting about your groups and about how excited you are about all the stuff that's going on in your groups. And if that person wants to come to you, they will do it on their own. You don't want to be the one that's pushing them one way or the other. A sale or a new coach is not more important than, of that good feeling in your heart, knowing that they're coming to you because they really want to be a part of what you have to offer and not, you know what I mean? You want them to come on their own accord, not because of, you saying, hey, why don't you come join our group? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, she did say, that she was very touched by my post and that she did want to become part of what I am part of and pursue, her fitness goals and everything else. And so she said, that she's not a coach anymore, so she doesn't have, an upline. She wants to be under me. But then I'm confused as to why, everything all of a sudden went silent. I don't know. Should I just leave that alone?
I would. I wouldn't, because it's clear that if she's a coach, then, you could ask her if the coach that she signed up under, if they're good friends, or if it was someone that she was just assigned to. You can always ask that.
She was assigned to somebody, and then she said that her coach never would follow up with her, and so she, doesn't want to even be under that one. She wanted to switch over to me. But I think what you're saying is just if she wants it, she will follow up herself. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If it was a random coach, someone that just was assigned to her, that I don't have so much of a problem with. I really don't. Because, if they were just assigned, then it wasn't like it was somebody that she really wanted to be with, or it wasn't a friend or a bad relationship. Then that is a little bit easier for me to say, okay, you might be able to switch them over. But again, she has to want to do it, because being a coach it is a financial responsibility too. She's going to be in the program and she's going to be, she's going for it. So it's very important to find out what her goals are. Are you in the program because you want to lose weight? Are you in the program because you want to, make this a business opportunity? What was her goals of signing up as a coach? Why was she signed up to be a coach? And how you as her coach or her potential new coach can help her reach those goals.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Rachel.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Anybody else have any questions for us? So we got Luce and I here on the line going, okay, we're ready for you guys. No? Okay, so.
I do, but I don't want to take over, Rachel. Going back to the Success Club. Sorry. It shows that I'm not qualified for the Success Club. Is that because it is a new month? I only ever.
Oops.